Oh.
It's a xoxo.
A wug? Hi, I'm Jamie Van Zandt, and I'm a Nashville native local realtor with Village Real Estate. I love my hometown, and I love helping people settle into their new digs here in Nashville. Real estate is a passion of mine, where I'm able to unite my unwavering admiration for architecture, making sound investments, and experience the joy of working with others. Welcome to my video series where I am introducing to you the fabulous artists and entrepreneurs that make up our proud Music City. Today's guest is a longtime friend of mine, Mr. Dan Cohen. He's a singer, he's a songwriter, and one of the best guitar players that I've ever heard in my entire life. Recently, he's been out on tour with Sam Lewis and Jace Everett, seeing our beautiful world from the perspective of a stage, traveling everywhere, every continent, playing wonderful music for so many different people. Recently, he has been opening for Chris Stapleton, and he has even opened for Chris Stapleton at the Ryman Auditorium, which is our mother church here in Nashville that everybody absolutely loves. Without further ado, I'm pleased to welcome my dear friend, Mr. Dan Cohen. Yay! Hey, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah. So, it's good to see you again. What's been going on? How are you?
I'm good. Summertime, just hanging out, having some fun, playing music, doing our normal stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Tell me, what have you been working on lately?
Like you said, I've been playing with Sam Lewis quite a bit on the road. And last year we were on the road almost a whole year. He and I just did the Cayamo cruise recently. And I've been working with Jace Everett, as I have for several years. And he's got a new record out.
Which you produced.
I co-produced it with him. I wrote about half the songs. I played guitar, bass, keyboards, percussion, I think drums maybe at one point.
Wow.
And I also took the photograph for the album cover and designed the album cover.
Wow. So this is kind of like your baby.
Yeah.
Are you super proud of it?
Yes. It's called Dust and Dirt.
Okay. Dust.
And yeah, it's out. It's a great record.
When did it drop?
About a month ago.
A month ago.
Yeah.
So has your touring been amped up since that released, or have you started touring for that album yet?
Well, Jace is actually out on the road right now playing with Tonic. He's playing bass with Tonic for the summer. So
Wait, I think I saw him on social media. Are they opening for Collective Soul?
Yes.
Man, that's like a blast back to the 90s.
I know. I went to see them at the Fontanelle, and there was a lot of nostalgia going on in the crowd. Everybody had broken out their 90s outfits that didn't quite fit anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's doing that this summer, and my buddy Casey Todd's playing drums with them as well. Chris Nix is playing guitar. So when they're done with that, we're going to be doing some touring in the fall. We've got a European tour, UK, and I think some dates in Norway, and maybe a show in Romania. Yeah, I know.
Have you ever been?
I've never been to Romania.
Amazing.
He's like, dude, we may be going to Romania. I'm like, let's go to Romania.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You've been playing with him for a long time.
Yeah, Jace has been writing for Weston Boys, my company, since I think 2009. So we write, tour, make records together. We're friends, even.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So today I'd like to focus a little bit on our great city, Nashville. And you're not native to Nashville, but you've been here for a very long time. How long have you lived in Nashville, and what exactly keeps you here?
I moved here in '98, and I've lived here that whole time, except for 2 years I lived in Austin, 2011 and 2012. But it was too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It was very, very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah. So as a native, you're aware of all of the changes that have gone on, and I've seen some of it.
Yeah.
But it's just, as a musician, the level of musicianship and talent in this town has no comparison anywhere. I loved Austin, but if you were rehearsing to learn, say, 15 or 20 songs for a show, it would take several days of rehearsal to get those songs to the point where you could perform them in Austin. And in Nashville, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Everybody shows up, everybody knows all the parts, everybody's ready to go.
Yeah.
And it sets the bar really high, so I have to up my game because there's 10,000 guitar players out here, and most of them are better than I am. So
I doubt that.
You're nice.
I doubt that. Yeah, you're pretty genius.
But I love. I grew up in Murray, Kentucky, which is 2 hours from here. So that's another plus. I'm close to my folks. Right. They can come down for shows. And I just like, the summers are hot, but I like the rain. Yeah. I like the hills. I like the trees. I like the grass. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rained a lot here lately this past week, and it kind of cools things off a little bit, but the humidity is undeniable. I mean, I went to a yoga class yesterday, and some people from New Orleans that had just moved here, they were talking about the humidity in Nashville. It's kind of a common topic amongst people that, live here or have visited or moved here, the humidity. But yeah, the rain, the beautiful trees and rolling hills of Tennessee. It kind of provides for a never-ending supply of things to do.
Yeah, and you got your city experience here. We're downtown right now. You drive out 10 minutes in any direction, and you're in the country.
It's true. It's true.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. So what are some of your favorite local hangout spots, coffee shops, restaurants, venues, that type of thing? Where are we most likely to see you having lunch or hanging out?
Yeah, I live in Sylvan Park on the west side.
Yep.
So I like that Charlotte area. There's a lot of cool restaurants. The Charlotte has a bunch of like Thai restaurants, a bunch of pho places, Vietnamese places, Indian, and then there's Wendell's there on Charlotte that I go to all the time.
They have a new place next door, EO and Hive. Is that what it's called? EO and Hive? I haven't either, but I hear that's really good.
And then there's the Thistle
Cafe?
Thistle Cafe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We went and ate there one day.
You did?
Yeah. That was nice. They're doing some renovations now. I think that they're going to be reopening, maybe in the next couple of months. But they've expanded, and they have a huge warehouse. I love Thistle Farms. I donate time, money, that sort of things. Huge advocate. Anybody interested in Nashville should know about Thistle Farms.
It's a great organization.
It is.
Then I like Dose, that coffee shop that's down on Murphy. And, places in East Nashville, too. I like to go over there. Mas Taco.
Yeah. Por favor.
Yeah.
Mas Taco, por favor. Yeah. So, well, that's cool.
I like to eat.
Yeah. I like to eat. I like to drink coffee.
Yeah. And then, I like to go to places like kind of quieter places like the Five Spot. I dig that place a lot. Yeah. That's a good place to see music.
And your house in Sylvan Park is right next to the Greenway.
It is.
Yeah, which is super awesome.
Yeah. I go out there pretty frequently.
Do you take walks or ride bikes?
You don't want me on a bike.
I don't?
No, I will fall.
Then maybe I do want you on a bike.
You probably do. It would be good footage. Yes.
As a matter of fact, why don't we go bike
Let's go right now. Yeah. No, the Greenway is great. And, sometimes it's great. Just people watch. And there's dogs. There's so many dogs.
Yeah. And the golf course.
the golf course.
Yeah, I love the Greenway, and I'm so glad they've incorporated it to McKay Park because for years it wasn't one of the first greenways that went in. You know, that was sort of later. Yeah, I mean it's fairly recent. But they put that there, and it goes around through Richland Creek, and it's beautiful and scenic. I like to people watch too, but I use the Greenway with my kids. So, well, that's great. Now, lastly, having Nashville as your main hub, where would you say are some of your favorite day trips? Leaving Nashville, getting in your car and driving for an hour or two or a few. What are some of your favorite weekend little getaways?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many cool little state park areas very close to here. I mean, I like Fall Creek Falls. It's not really, I guess, so much a park or even a day trip. Monteagle, like a night, spending the night out there. That's awesome. And then, close to my hometown, Land Between the Lakes is right up 24. And I mean, there's just Montgomery Bell. There's just all these awesome little state parks that each have their own kind of charm and appeal. And then I like to take pictures as well, in the fall I like to just kind of hit Natchez Trace and just kind of drive and stop and take pictures of trees or whatever. But it's such a gorgeous drive.
I love Natchez Trace as well.
And people are always telling me about places that I've never heard of. I've been here for almost 20 years. Like, have you been to this place? I'm like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about it.
Always something new.
Yeah. Like I just learned about Land Between the Lakes. I've never been there, but after talking to you, I might go.
It's great.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing some of your shows soon. Do you have any that are coming up?
We've got locally. Yeah, actually I do. We're with Sam. We're playing every Wednesday at Dee's in Madison. Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge.
Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge. Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, 8:30 to 10. And trying out a bunch of new stuff. And that's a really cool hang. It's just a laid back kind of a dive bar, but it's not dirty. It's cool.
Interesting. I've never been there.
Yeah. Just check it out.
I will.
Come on out on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday at 8:30 for sure. Thank you so much for joining me. It truly has been a pleasure. From Nashville, with love, I'm Jamie Van Zandt. Thank you so much for tuning in. To learn more about Dan Cohen, you can go to dancohenmusic.com. And to check out his most recent production of Jace Everett's album Dust and Dirt, you can go to jaceeverett.com, and you can also listen on iTunes. Be sure to follow him on Instagram and Facebook to learn about his upcoming tour dates and all of his fun, cool, new projects that he's got in the works. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Join us in 2 weeks for another special guest, Miss Taylor Lynn. She is an awesome singer and songwriter. She's a wonderful mother and a wife, and she is now a rancher out in Hurricane Mills. She's got so much fun stuff to share with us, and I know you'll love learning more about her, so be sure to tune in.